Hey guys,
Love it, Shane.
Tuesday night, Tuesday night hangout here. We have Will here. We got Shane and Mark. Hey guys,
Love it, Shane.
Tuesday night, Tuesday night hangout here. We have Will here. There we go. Sorry about that.
Someone's that was probably Eric. The host always makes this mistake.
Yeah, that was me. Anyways, what have you guys been up to all week?
My weight has gone back up. I've went from 212 back to 216 apparently. Has something to do with starting to drink early, around 4:15 instead of 8 o'clock. So yeah, that's a true story.
Oh,
So your weight's going back, you said?
Yeah, I was 212. Now I'm 216 again. I'm like, man, come on. Can't. I figured, at least staring at the walls in the bathroom would burn a couple of calories, but apparently not.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. What I don't understand though is why your wing's going back.
My weight.
Oh, your weight. Okay, I gotcha.
Says the guy
Anyways.
who eats nothing but Dairy Queen and stays 118 pounds.
I'll tell you what, I passed a Dairy Queen today.
What could you not could you get a lane change in time?
Yeah. No, I just made a conscious decision to not DQ tonight.
So you're gonna be moody is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Hey, you haven't finished the introductions, but I do have a question for y'all though when you're done here.
Okay, and Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Haven't been able to fly any, but everything else is going along good.
There you go. All right, well, back to you. Let's hear the question. What do you got? Throw it on us.
Do you all have interest? What the hell is it called? Cookout. It's like fast food, but
Oh, the restaurant. No,
Yeah.
we don't here in Florida.
Well, I just had it for the first. I really liked it.
Good.
Did you have a shake there?
No, I didn't get a shake.
Yeah, their shakes are awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they do to their beef, but it's like, when you char grill something, you got that flavor, that odor, and it was really good. It was surprisingly good. I tried to hit 2 Hardee's today, and both of them had their systems were down, whatever that means. So they couldn't serve anyone. But are you all having the same problem we are up here with getting employees, businesses being able to staff you are?
Yes. Actually, they just opened Marketplace back up. It was open for one day. The very next day they were closed because they had nobody come in for work.
Wow. It's an awesome time to be in the job market, though. I mean, they're paying well.
I mean, you could almost go in and say, "Hey, I want this an hour." I mean, there's nobody else challenging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone told me Walmart was paying $20 an hour. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did see a sign at was it Burger King? They were paying $11 an hour.
Okay, yeah, any of my employees watching this, they are joking. That is a non-true statement. We could really change the subject.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think about that. But that's funny.
Yeah, great. Anyways, so cook out the restaurant. What is it?
It's just, like Burger King or Hardee's. It's just a fast food place. But their burgers taste like they've been, cooked out, grilled, or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick, when we went to Mountain City, Nick Preeny that I brought with us, he was telling us about it. He said it was really good. We just never worked around getting to eat there. But I do want to say, Mark, I haven't flown since I left your house. I mean, it's kind of intimidating knowing how great you take off and land. I'm trying to build up courage to try to be like you and half as good. And I haven't flown. I can't.
Yeah, you're full of crap,
bar
number
set.
one. And number two, if you watch the video, every one of your landings on video, your takeoffs and landings are all smooth. So I don't want to hear no junk out of you.
Well, thank you for not posting the ones that were on video that I didn't land and take off smooth.
I only do that to Mr.
Pablo.
Jade Lear on his one and only fail.
I don't know. I remember one at Mountain City, I think it was. It didn't.
Yeah, that was his
smooth.
old. Oh yeah,
Is that what he's
you're
talking
talking about
about?
Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
We almost had a
I
yard
just
sale.
wanted to see how close I could actually get to mowing the grass with my prop on that
Oh,
particular.
I think you mowed some grass because I saw something was poofed there. I mean, it was like.
I will tell you, I didn't feel any bumps or hits or anything like that. I know it was close.
It's hard to feel when you're puckered that hard.
Hey,
Yeah, you're trying to lift your butt up.
Hey, DP's in the chat. DP, I hope you and your wife are feeling better. Krista and I have been praying for you.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
Eric,
Sure.
what's the chit chat for tonight?
No chit chat, just hanging out, just talking. Couple things I'd like to say is Randy, you did not have to mail me a check. That was a gift, but thank you anyways. And also happy birthday to Todd Scander. Today's his birthday. He says he's 29 today. So
Happy birthday, Todd.
yeah, and thank you for the things that you do.
Yeah.
Since we're just chit-chatting, I have a question. We all know if 3 people have sex, it's called a threesome. 4 people, it's a foursome, so on and so on. Is that why they call Eric handsome?
That's terrible, but funny.
that was marginally funny. That could get away. That could get by with being funny.
Yeah, I gotta say that was pretty good.
I heard that one today. I was like, I'm waiting for the show tonight.
Uh,
Oh my God.
yeah, that was a good one. Anyways, well, no other questions, please. I don't want to be the butt of the joke again. But yeah, that was good. I got to use that one. Anyways, yeah, we flew Sunday, I think it was, and that was it. And it was real bumpy. It was. They say gusts of 24, but you can't believe that at all. But it was fairly bumpy out there. And it wasn't that fun to be flying around in that, but had to get some airtime.
Any snow yet?
I'm sorry, what?
Any snow yet?
We got snow flurries, but it's getting cold. It's been nice the past few days in the mid 50s. Today was mid 50s, and they're talking by the weekend it's going to get cool again. So who knows? Anytime. I actually had to pull the plow out of the garage and make sure it's all ready to go. So living in Wisconsin, there you go. You get a tune up your snow plow.
Well, I did have to turn on the defroster. What, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday morning. I think it was 55 or something in the morning. So I had to hit the
My
defroster
God.
on the way to work.
Are you
But
okay?
I have yet to turn on the heated steering wheel and or the heated seats, just so you know.
The only
It's
reason you
coming
had
though.
the froster on is because you put your breakfast burrito up there and you wanted it warmed up a little bit.
It
Oh,
was 77
listen.
here today. It's
50
beautiful.
degrees.
Oh, I think it got up to 82 or something, but it started out at like 65, I think, this morning. So I have, well, one, the video that I'm going to come out with after this fly-in at Swanee, it's going to be Jack's first fly-in, so I'm super excited about that. I might even put the GoPro on his back and let him, walk him through the fly-in there. Gonna do some things, and then Krista came up with a brilliant idea. If you don't know what a turkey fatty is, you take a packet of bacon and you weave it into a blanket, and then you take turkey and you slice it real thin and roll it out, and then you put mashed potatoes in the inside of it and some chives, sour cream, little bacon bits, and then you roll it all up and smoke it. That video is coming soon. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to happen.
That
Just
sounds
so you
pretty
know.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds real good. So there was a go ahead, Will.
Jack off air.
What-
No, seriously, I mean, I would love to see you and Jack do it in tandem.
Oh,
Yeah, Jack would probably try to jump out. That's not going to happen.
nice. Anyways, DP said he bought one of the new throttles. I know that that was just brought out on a video from Chris and from what is that, Viking PPG, I think is the inventor or the builder of it. And it's going to be sold, I think, by a few companies, but one of them was Mark George's company, Paralife USA. Pariswag USA, sorry, not Paralife. And then Jade was kind of looking at it, and it was she was interested in it, and Jade's going to get one and do a full review on it, and see how she likes it. And if she doesn't like it, then I will put it on my paramotor and see if I like it. But I think there's a few positives in that throttle. So DP, where were you able to get one or acquire one, if you don't mind me asking? But the design looks pretty cool, looks pretty simple, and I'm just trying to figure out how you would have to hook it up. I mean, if you had a failed launch, you have to unhook everything. It seems like that's how it is. I don't know. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get in and out of your brakes, but we'll just have to see what happens and see how it works. But we told Mark that we would like to see one when he gets one, and he said that he would get us one for a review. So we're not sponsored by them or anything, so it'll be an honest review. Yes, we have to buy it. But I see Angela in here asking if we're feeling better. I'm feeling better. Jade is not feeling better. Don't know. She's not doing very good. I mean, she's breathing, but anyway.
She's breathing. I guess she's all right.
She's all right.
Yeah, there's that.
Anyways.
Anyone know
Hold
what
on.
anyone know what the
somebody
status is
asked
of
about
the,
that. Go ahead, Will.
anyone know what the status is of the prop lights? I was talking, Mark did a video, and it was a while back, with the inlaid LEDs in the prop. Anyone heard any news on that?
Well, I know that they gave away one at Endless Foot Drag, and there was another one that was going out or was being sold fairly quick, and I think they were in the middle of production with that or something. I saw something about it. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to it. I was probably thinking of something else. But I know that it is going into full production. So, and my understanding is instead of having the lights on one side, they're going to have lights on the back on one prop and the front on the other prop. So,
Good idea. I mean, as fast as that prop spins, I mean, that shouldn't make much of a difference.
right. Yep. So,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah. But, and then somebody wrote in here, how does the tip steering tie in? Let's see, how does it work with tip steering? That throttle should have no effect on the tip steering at all. Just the way it's designed.
Hey, Eric, do you have an example of what you're talking about? Because I have no idea what this throttle is.
Yeah, give me a minute and let me pull it up.
Is this the one with the thumb? You use your throttle with your thumb?
Yes. Was that Viking?
This cold air got me now.
Okay, I'm going to do a screen share here and probably totally mess this up, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah.
What throttle do you guys use?
I use it's a real thin one from Poland that's all carbon fiber, and I've been using it almost the whole entire time since I've been flying, and I really like it.
The one that came with my motor, the PAP throttle. I have never tried any other throttle, so I couldn't give you an opinion other than it's really thin and small, and I see these other ones that are big and bulky, and I don't think I'd be interested in that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I'm the same way. I started with the Bellini throttle, and that's what I've stuck with, just because I'm used to it for the most part.
That's why Krista stays with me. Just she's used to it.
Because you're thin and small.
Hey, you nailed it. Hey, I may not be big, but at least I don't last long. Just ask Krista.
How do
I would like to switch over to left-hand throttle though.
Why?
So I honestly, not only could I throw my reserve with my right hand, but mainly for just using my phone.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah. That Pluma too that I had, it was left-hand throttle. And it didn't seem to be like real uncomfortable, to use it. And I only flew that thing twice, but it didn't seem like it was a big deal to switch hands.
All right, so this is what, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the throttle. It is made by Viking PPG, and it's a throttle that fits inside of your brakes. Toggles in your brake toggles. And yeah, it's kind of curved to match the shape of what you're grabbing. So you're not grabbing the throttle the throttle and also your toggles, you're grabbing everything together, and it's thumb actuated like a four-wheeler or, you know, the old three-wheelers. So they're saying you have a little more control over that. The red knob on the left of the one where you see the brake toggle, that is, I guess, a cruise control, but they have, there's your kill engine, which is aluminum switch, and also the green is the start, you know, if you have electric start. There is a lot of people that are questioning it, and that's what kind of got Jade into saying, hey, we would like to see this and, you know, kind of look at how this is put together. But you can see this twist tie thing right here. That's what holds it in. But I don't think it's going to affect your, if you have 2D steering, I don't think that's going to affect it at all. The one thing is do you have to, you know, basically how hard is it to get in and out of your brake toggles if you have to reset up your wing, or, you know, do you have to constantly fly with your arms up? Because I park my brakes and I put my throttle and my hands in my lap and just fly around. So they're just questions that we have, you know. It looks cool, and hopefully it will take off, but I can see where it's one less thing to fumble around in. So, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
that.
so that, you know, that whole thing about the brake, and yeah, I would like to see that in use.
Yeah. Yep. You know, and I know throttles are something that is way overlooked when people are doing their pre-checks or pre-flights. And I've had a cable break internally. And now when I check with my pre-flight, I will actually hold my carburetor closed and put a little bit of tension on my throttle to see if that cable is weak. Because I had a cable snap on me right before I launched. And I was very thankful I wasn't in the air, because where we fly, you know, we fly around a lot of water and around a lot of trees. So now my pre-flight includes that throttle tension to make sure that that's not going to snap. And that was on one of the Polini throttles. So
I've had two of them do that, Eric.
really,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the same problem with them.
and that was the
And I know Brian Waller has too.
yeah, that was the Polini throttles.
Yeah.
Did you just
Yep.
buy a new throttle, or did you do something different to fix it?
No, one time I ran a new wire down through the sheathing, and then next time I just got a whole new throttle. They're really not that expensive. It's like, I don't know, $120 or somewhere thereabouts.
Well, are you talking about the cable for the throttle, or are you talking about the electric kill switch wires?
I'm talking both. I've
Okay.
had the cable break twice. Once at the right at the carburetor, you know, the actuator arm or whatever,
Yeah.
and then actually I've had that happen twice. And then I've had the kill switch fail twice. So I guess there's 4 incidents there.
Okay. Yeah, we've never had the kill switch problem. We did have that cable, and what I did is, so those cables are metric, and I couldn't find a metric stainless steel cable. So I ended up using a standard size cable, and I made my own, I machined my own, what do you call those?
Little barrel lock.
Yeah, the barrel nuts at the ends. And I haven't had a problem since on that particular throttle. And then I have tried a few other throttles with the trike, And I've gone through 3 and I'm on my 3rd one, and this one I'm enjoying, but we got to give it a few more hours on it and see.
Those throttles really do get a lot of work if you think about it.
They do, but I think my Polini one died around 50 hours or so. I would expect it to last a little longer than that.
Your Fellini?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You might be expecting a lot. I don't know. I mean, I love the Fellini throttle, but like I said, it's just because that's what I started with and it's what I'm used to.
Right. I'm just looking up to see what throttle I'm using now. I don't remember all these things.
Hey, Mark,
Yes.
you're you say you're using are you using the thumb throttle?
No, I am not. I'm using a all carbon fiber throttle that at the time you could only buy them on eBay, and they come from a guy over in Poland. And that's the only place I've ever seen them. But he didn't want to give anybody a like the rights to them here. So I don't know if he ever gave that up or if he's still selling them on eBay. I think it's not bad. It's maybe about $159, $189, something like that. But it is super comfortable.
Well, the reason I don't know if you can hear me or not, but the reason I was asking is I went to kill my motor on land a couple nights ago, and I was wearing those thick gloves, and I just could not reach that freaking kill switch. And so anyways, it would be nice if the kill switch was more accessible when you're wearing gloves.
Yeah, I mean, of course, then you're going to run into the problem of it being too accessible where you
Yeah.
access it on accident.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
mine's
right.
too. Mine is way too accessible. I've killed my motor so many times in flight. Even doing wingovers, I always hit my riser with my kill switch. It gets me 4 out of 10 flights. It gets me. It's just I need to turn my hands out or inward more so that I don't have that issue. But it doesn't. I don't realize that my hands aren't in the right position until the motor stops, and I'm like, "Oh crap, that's right."
Oh, can you see the screen there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is an off-grid Aviation throttle, and that one has cruise control. You just push this switch here. This knob, you can slowly raise or lower the RPMs when it's in cruise control. And I've noticed that it raises and lowers at about 50 RPMs, which isn't much. So it's actually pretty precise. It is comfortable. It is fairly well built. I'm happy with it so far. Haven't had any problems. I was using it wearing gloves, didn't have a problem, with the kill switch. And I was wearing heavy duty gloves, but like you, Shane, yeah, you do hit them on your risers, and hopefully I haven't had an engine die over that, but I'm hoping I never do. But the one that I have is the left hand with the electric start. I like it. It's not too bad. It's better than if you guys remember when I went to Bad Apples, I actually had that finger throttle, and it was made by Chameleon. And that I think lasted maybe one flight. I wasn't too impressed with it. So
I think someone just got off of work.
Hey, maybe something like that.
I seen the lunchbox strap, and hey, that's the quickest you've moved since you got there.
Hey, golly, don't tell all my secrets.
Well, that throttle looked remarkably like similar in nature to the Fellini. So, except that you said it had cruise control, right?
yes.
That's the one thing I really, really wish I had.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't use it that much because I'm constantly either on the throttle or off. So I tried it out. Let's just say that, and it was cool. I guess if I ever was going in a straight line, it would be a different story. But I always have to circle around and wait for somebody else that flies slow.
Hey, Eric, has
Yes.
Jade tried letting her trimmers out yet?
Jade, yeah, she has. And the thing is she'll have her trimmers in and I will have my trimmers out and she will still pass me. So,
And you're on speed bar. Well, actually, yeah. No, well, hey, trikes don't have a way to speed bar, do they?
no, well, not our trikes. I mean, if you get one of those trikes that like strap your Velcro into wheels, I think those you can use a speed bar. But the ones like ours that are dedicated for trike, we don't have a speed bar. Let's see, I got.
So I wonder who's going to take over.
Will, did you push mute?
No, I must be in a bad section. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Wonder who's going to take over Sunday nights now.
I don't know.
Hey, Shane, you can take over Sunday nights.
Shane could take over Tuesday night.
No. Hey, I'm still working on my bathroom, and it's going very slow. Actually, this week I had planned on really getting the tile in and done. And I walked in Monday morning and they let me know that it was my late week. And so I'm not actually getting off of work until 5:30 or 6 now. And the time I get home, I mean, like tonight, I had no time. I measured everything out. So when I lay my tile, everything works out the way that it should. And outside of that, I mean, I'm hoping tomorrow after work to get started on at least getting the first 4 rows or so done. And then the only thing I have on Thursday is I have a doctor's appointment at 10:30. So I may, when I get back, get the rest of the tile laid in the shower. And then when we come back from Swanee, I can finish doing the floor. The floor literally will take 2 hours to do. I'm running out of time. And as much as I want to do Tuesday nights, I mean, the last Tuesday that I did, I was just like, dude, I got no time for this. I got stuff to do. Krista was kind of like, I don't want to say she was annoyed with me because she really wasn't, but I got things to do. Once everything calms down, that bathroom's done and we're back up and running, then we're good. But right now I have no time to do it. And I actually really enjoy the way that Eric is running Tuesday nights. I'm perfectly content with sitting here and having him run the show.
Yeah, but I don't get nothing done.
That's your problem.
You don't pay yourself enough.
Hey, I see that we must have lost Mark. So I think Mark needs to do the Tuesday night show here.
Hey, you know who
It would take
today?
Who?
I saw Red.
Oh yeah, is he getting big?
My God, he's a big dog, yeah. But you can tell he's just a giant puppy inside, you know.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, he's got a great personality too, just like his owner. You gotta love Brian.
The dog's finally growing into his feet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dog.
So everybody in the chat's asking what's going on with Wolf, why he quit his show. A lot of people are saying that he wants to spend more time with the family, I guess. I'm kind of looking here. Okay. Yeah. So that's why you bring your family with you when you do these crazy ideas like, I don't know, paramotoring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'd bring his son or whatever to fly it and stuff, and I certainly understand where he's coming from. Let's see, get over it, because it takes a lot of effort to put on a show like that to arrange guests.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Doing it that way.
Coming from.
Yeah, pretty much no effort on this end.
No. And honestly, I swear to you, man, I would prefer it that way because setting everything up. I love Jade's show. I love, everything that she does. It just consumes so much of your time, though. It just, honestly, to me, it's just not what I want out of my channel. So I don't know. I mean, hats off to her and anyone else that puts that much energy into their show, and they deserve to have a ton of people watching this up. Me, I'm appreciative, but I'm not willing to put in any more effort than what I already do, which is turn on the computer and sit down and talk to you guys, because I don't want it to be a job. And I think this is more, I've actually gotten a lot of feedback on people that just enjoy hanging out and talking. You go to, if we were at a fly-in, this is exactly what we do. We jump all over the place. We talk about anything and everything, and we usually laugh about it. So that's what I want. I want less stress and more laughs.
Yeah, and Jade does put a lot of time into that show. She really does.
Yeah, I know she does.
Dave, DP actually sent on that Throttle. If you guys are looking for the Throttle, not to get back on that, if you go to My Dog is Choking, which is Chris Wheeler, he has the thumbnail says top secret, and he has a video on that Throttle. So if you're interested, you can check it out there. I know that there is a few companies that is going to be carrying it. Wisconsin Flight Sports, I do believe, is going to be carrying some of these throttles. Also, Pariswag USA is going to be carrying some of these throttles. My understanding is the guy that built these has done 3 orders and shipped them all over to Europe, and they're kind of a big hit, and we're trying to get some here and get them out there. So that's the story on the Throttle. That's all I got.
And I might have to shut my back door and turn my air conditioner on. Mosquitoes are getting bad in here.
It's going to be a complete opposite for us. We'd have to open the door and it would feel like air conditioning in here. So.
Well, it's 57 here, for what it's worth.
At 57, my windows would still be open. I only shut my windows if it's below 40. I absolutely love the colder, the better, man. I sleep so good when it's freezing. No exaggeration. I have my house set at 72. I have a window unit in my bedroom that keeps my bedroom at 66. And we have 4 fans blowing on high all night long.
I know, dude. I've experienced that in your camper.
Yeah.
It's like it cold, and you're not kidding. You have a freaking fan blowing directly on you, it looks like.
Yeah, one of those high velocity fans in the camper, yeah.
yeah. I know, and I have one of those. It's like for drying carpet or whatever.
Right. That's in case Krista gets, oh, never mind. I can't say it. Never mind.
Oh my God, you were going to go there? Anyways, I asked Jade what temperature it was outside. It's 32 degrees here.
That's freezing.
No, believe
I
it or
would
not,
almost,
our engines run really well in that cooler weather. I mean, the air is
Yeah,
so.
they do, but I mean, it's not enjoyable when it's that cold to me.
Well, no, I didn't say it was enjoyable. I said the motors run better.
The heck with that.
I know it ain't enjoyable. I got to do it 6 months out of the year.
You mean 9 months out of the year?
I know. I was trying to make myself feel a little better.
Eric
Who was
says,
it? Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Will. All right. So Eric says the motors run better in the cold weather. It's because they don't run as long. Because you're landing right afterwards. Like, nope,
Yeah,
I'm done.
they barely get any exercise.
Exactly. Angela,
Poor assholes.
Angela says it's high 70s there in Vegas. Man.
But still like daylight there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like noon right now.
Like noon.
So does it get cold in Vegas? I mean, does it get cold? Does it snow? Maybe that's a question I need.
Sure.
Well,
They get snow every once in a while, probably.
yeah.
I think they do up in the mountains.
Is Vegas in the mountains?
No.
All right.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm ignorant to anything west of Florida. I don't know much about none of that. The layout and stuff. Yeah, north or west of Florida. No clue.
He's talking
Dude,
about Mexico.
You need to check out National Geographic or something, man. I mean, because there's a whole world out there west of Florida.
Hey, Will, he did check out National Geographic when he was younger, but it wasn't to look at where everything was.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not about porn.
You could call me handsome back then.
Oh, crap.
It snowed 2
Let me
times.
tell you what I did. What I did today. I drove 2.5 hours. I wanted to meet up with Brian Waller and Brooke Sheffield, which I did. But I had a couple of my other buddies who live down in the Fayetteville area, and we were gonna leave, take off from the airport in North Carolina, fly to South Carolina, land, and then come back. And so we all agreed on it, and then I was the last one to take off. And then when I took off, I could not find them anywhere. They just freaking left my butt. I never did go. So I just stayed around the airport. I had a good time, but I was kind of looking forward to, going somewhere, landing, and then coming back.
That's why I like those 2-meter radios.
Yeah, I guess so. If we had a radio, it probably would have worked out. I did have a radio, but I was listening for the airplanes.
Or as usual, maybe you should look into getting better friends.
Yeah, I thought about that today. That thought did cross my mind. I was not happy. But
hey, my question is, how's that working out for you, Mark? Finding better friends?
Not so good yet. I'm looking. I'm always on the looking. If y'all know of any, let me know.
You must not be paying enough, man.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'd have to pay to have somebody be my friend.
All right.
Hey,
go ahead.
I was going to tell Mark, I seen today on Facebook, somebody was giving away 2 of your dogs. They're 11 months old, and the people apparently can't have them or something. I don't remember what the story was, but they have 2 of your dogs. I thought about getting them, but then I remember your dog, and I was like, yeah, I don't want that dog.
Yeah, you better have some energy.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of dog?
It's a Labradoodle.
Man, you got to pay to get a perm on that thing.
Nope. This one is they make them in curly fleece and wavy fleece, and it took me a long time to get to the top of the list to get this particular dog. But anyways, it's a curly fleece one.
Did you get a pick of
It's a-
color too?
Yeah, I had first pick of the litter, of course, and it is a very, very expensive, 100% purebred mutt.
Mutt.
Yeah, that is not a AKC, recognized breed of dog, which I could care less because I mean I'm not going to breed it or show it anyways. It's just our pet, but they
Right.
charged me like they thought it was going to be shown.
Nice.
That is not your pet. That is a kid.
Yeah, that's
Trust
our
me, I've
child. Trust me. You know my wife.
I've seen, yes. I mean, I'm surprised there's not a booster seat in the car for that dog.
Yep. And tomorrow morning at, I think it's 8 a.m. She has a, get a full body to do tomorrow.
For the dog?
Oh yeah. Every 4 to 6 weeks.
Hey, let me ask you this. Do you have a bowl next to the fridge that you have to eat out of while your dog is at the table?
And yeah, I'm being serious now. You have no idea. With the last dog was a Yorkie that got sick at 5 years old, and it was a very expensive show dog. And anyways, it was our baby, and it got sick, and it spent a week at our vet, and then about a week down at the University of Auburn, and finally we got it back. But after that dog was hand fed chicken on the island, and she got hand fed, for the most part, the next 2 years of her life until she was done.
I'm not going to let this comment go by without being heard. Tony said, I hate it when homeless people have nice dogs.
Yeah. I'm still homeless too. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that's the nice thing about a dog, though. It could be a mutt, it could be a purebred. It doesn't matter. I mean, a dog. I don't know. It's just like pure love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, for one thing, you can trust a dog. Can't trust a person.
You
But
can't,
you can
can't
trust
trust your
your dog.
friends, can you?
No. And on top of that, if you think your wife loves you a bunch, lock your wife up for 2 days in a bedroom and your dog, and open the door and see which one, is glad to see you.
hey, Mark heard you, Krista, or Mark, Krista heard you say that you don't trust her. She heard you.
Oh, that's funny.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I'll try and kiss and make up. I got to figure that out now. Great. I knew I shouldn't be on this stupid show.
Hey, all I know is that she was shutting the door. She was giggling when she heard you say that.
DP said, wish we could talk to you all, but nobody is listed in the chat besides Eric. What does that mean?
Well, I'm driving down the road on my phone.
I have
Ditto here.
I have an Obama keyboard that works half the time. It's like Mark at the.
And I'm driving to DP.
Hey, so
Hey.
I got the micro avionics radio, and my plug must have gotten stepped on, the door closed on it, and drug all the way to the field. I don't know what's going on with it, but does anybody know how hard it is to replace that plug? It's not a question, it's a question. I have
You
to.
talk about the adapter?
Yeah, going into the radio.
Yeah, man, I can tell you it's I think $65 or $70 to replace.
Okay, are you talking about you get a plug and you got to wire it in or what?
Or a replacement.
Man, I would box it up and send it out and have them do it, or take it to some kind of race and radio shop and have them do it and just be done with it.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
thing is, I could probably, the only one I know, and Mark, I know you know that is Racing Electronics, and they're out of, I think, North Carolina. If
Well,
I,
their main place is right here. You could ship it to me or them. It's in Forest Park. I know the people that own it.
okay, I wonder if they could do it. See, I don't want to send it back to where Yugoslavia or wherever. I won't be able to fly for a month.
Yeah.
And the only other option I thought about doing is just buying another headset and having one as a spare and then sending that one back in. But that's an investment that I don't want to make.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can send it to me and I'll just take it there and drop it off in person.
Okay. Nick wanted to know if I lost the tip of it. No, it's a 2-prong plug, and it's just all bent up, and I kind of tried to straighten it, and every time I straighten it, I hear cracks, and I know it's just a matter of time before the tips end up in the radio and not coming back out. So
Eric,
yeah.
so you're on your headset. Can you swap out that plug for another plug by
No.
twisting?
No,
Okay,
this is hardwired into my helmet.
all right. I've got the same thing, except mine I can swap to
Okay.
different attachments to either do aviation radio or 2-meter radio. So that doesn't really help you in your situation.
No, but you could, I really appreciate the fact that you rubbed that in a little bit. Thanks.
Well, I mean, maybe you could have that added if you're talking about a radio shop.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe they could just add that.
Well, what I ended up doing is I bought I couldn't find, it's the F plug or F type plug or whatever. I couldn't find the plug itself. So I ended up buying a microphone / speaker. And I figured I'll go into that, unsolder those 5 wires and then solder it into the new headset. But I'm kind of liking Mark's idea about taking it over or sending it down to him and having them replace that.
We have a very important question in the chat. Angela wants to know if I'm an ordained minister, and yes, I am. Licensed in all of the states of Florida. I have done a wedding in Florida, one in Wisconsin, done a baptism. So yeah, what you got, Angela? You need to pay for my ticket out there so I can marry you and Tony, or what?
Wait, you said you're licensed in all the states east of Florida?
Yes, all east of Florida. That's correct. That was actually pretty funny, Will.
I tried, man.
Angela, Angela didn't answer the question. Angela, does he need to go out there and do a wedding for you?
No, she says, okay, that's cool. She just wanted to make sure. I don't know why, but maybe she looked at Tony and was
Tony,
like, oh, that's cool. Thanks.
Look at Tony's response.
That's not fair. I can't see Tony's response.
It was quoted by Tony, oh, hell no.
So Tony just said if it does happen, it's going to be by Elvis. So if Krista and I end up in Vegas, she has this thing about midgets where she gets really uncomfortable, but she said she wanted us to get remarried by a midget Elvis. So just so you know, if we do end up in Vegas, that'll be #1 goal. Just
Do
so
we
you know.
have one like that?
I don't know. I only agreed to marry her one time. One time, I tell you.
Man, you better marry her every chance you get.
Oh, I married the hell out of her last night. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I was just handsome. Never mind. Moving on. Oh, I do have a funny story to tell you about Saturday night, though. It's pretty funny. Since she's not listening, I could tell this story. So we end up going downtown to have a couple drinks and find some food. Well, we found drinks, and then we were going to this American place, and somehow we got swerved over to the German restaurant. So I'm not really sure how that happened, and neither one of us were really feeling brave enough to try German food. And so we ended up with a pretzel, and then we left there and went back to drinking. Well, she did. I was the DD, had nothing to drink, FYI. And yeah, she ended up having to praise the porcelain gods that night. It was pretty funny. Just so you guys know.
Did you get pictures?
I couldn't take a picture because she decided she was, needed to lay on the nice cold tile, so she had to take everything off. Then she was laying there, and I'm like, not that I asked, do you need help up or anything? I'm like, do you need anything? She's like, a bowl. I'm like, I put it by your bed. She's like, okay, and I went to bed. Just left her there.
Poor Krista.
That does not sound fun at all.
Not my problem. I'm just.
That's your wife. In sickness.
Yeah.
In health.
I was there. I was holding down. I was holding my side of the bed down. Whenever she came, I was already warm on that side. She's good.
I don't know. That's not sickness. That don't count as sickness. That's self-inflicted. I'm not a fan.
All I know is I don't do bodily fluids, and there was a lot coming out, so I'll be in bed if you need me. My daughter, who I love her to death, and we've always let both of our kids, as long as they're at home, they could have a couple beers or whatever. Neither one of them, like my son never really drank. My daughter, who never drinks, hardly ever. We went to dinner a couple nights, or about a week ago, and I was like, Kaylee, we need to try these 2 different drinks. They were mixed drinks or whatever. I said, you order one, I'll order the other one, and if we like one or the other, then we'll switch or whatever. She had 2 of these drinks, came home, threw up all over her bed, all in her hair. I guess got a shower, went to her brother's room and slept in that bed until the next morning when she got up and cleaned up all of her mess. Chris and I had no idea none of this happened because the girl's so independent and she don't have time to mess around with needing help. So yeah, the next morning I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh, my hair is still nasty. I'm like,
that does
what?
not
She's
sound
like,
good.
I'm
not
laughing.
My idea of fun.
She had 2 drinks. That was it. 2.
Is that why you shave your head, Shane?
No, I shave this so when I go down, I come up look like glazed donut. You asked.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Anyways. So Angela's gonna find you a midget Elvis. Is that politically correct? A little person Elvis.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore.
I will tell you right now, though, that right there would be a good time. Krista would be absolutely floored. I might be able to trick her.
No, a mini me. You need a mini me creature.
All I
You know what I'm
know
talking about?
is,
Mini me.
yeah,
Is that who
from whatchamacallit, $1 million. Jesus,
you gonna shag me or something? What was that movie?
yeah,
Shag. Yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
baby.
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah, so Angela, when you two get married, man, you're gonna have a lot of people out there in Vegas.
Are they planning on getting married?
Jade
Soon?
said Jade said this weekend.
Wow. That's
What?
soon.
So
Yeah, that's real soon.
yeah.
Does Tony know about it?
So
Good Lord.
oh, did we lose Mark again?
Yeah. Georgia doesn't have Mark lives so far out in the country. I mean, there's probably no internet out there.
I doubt it could get satellite out there.
Man.
Angela goes, I want a dishwasher, no ring. Anyway.
Tony's reply to that's going to be, you are the dishwasher. What?
What? Anyway.
I like your new background, Eric.
Oh, that was the background that I think we did the first show.
You didn't make a comment about my
Seeing your
background.
bike there. Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I did too. I said I love it, Shane, and you didn't say anything.
Maybe because you
It was
broke
before
up.
we even went live. It was before we went live.
There again with that internet. You guys need Wisconsin internet.
Am I breaking up?
You're not bad. Linda wants to know who's getting married.
I think Walter and Linda are getting married. Walter needs a green card and Linda needs some income.
Speaking of Walter, I haven't seen him lately.
He's in here.
Hey, Walter.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, Walter. Let's see who all is in the chat. Angela, Deweese, DP, Hot Buttered Steve, Tony, Bill H. Let's see. Who else? Well, guess not too many others.
Angela wants to know if Will's going to be Spock.
Spock?
Yeah, at their wedding.
I guess. I could be, I guess. Why are my ears pointy?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
The background picture. I think everybody thinks you're dressed up as Spock there.
Yeah, maybe.
Hold on, someone's at the door.
Yeah,
That'd be going a lot worse.
Deweese is saying rumors are getting started. We're all going to Vegas now.
Yep, for a wedding that's going to happen this weekend that Tony doesn't know about.
Exactly. Will, why are you flying or driving 2 hours to go fly for half an hour? Just to see everybody?
Well, really, that was the main reason. I wanted to hang out with Brian and Brooke, and I also got to experience somebody's expression after their first flight. I just love seeing that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. If you ask me, I've done 5 hours of driving so far, and was it worth it? And the answer is absolutely yes. And it wasn't even the flying that was the exciting part.
Right.
It was seeing red. Now that was worth it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And I got to fly a new place I'd never flown before.
Right. I'm sure Brian could get Red one of those little pouches like Coco has.
I don't think so, man. He's gonna be a big dog.
Just gonna have to oversize your wing a little bit.
I guess. Now I'm getting pretty close to my home, so if I don't know how long do you go on the show?
I don't know. We've hit our hour.
Well, if I go away, I'll try to get back on as quick as possible. If not, well, I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, so far, Eric, my little intruder in the shed has not fallen for the trap yet. Just so you know.
No, you just checked them.
Oh man, I'm just waiting to go in there and just be so happy. Watch its little soul go into heaven.
I got a question, and I don't want, would it be PETA coming after me or whatever? But I mean, where we live, if there's a rodent that's eating our house, we just take the 22, or not the 22, the pellet gun outside, and we take care of it. I mean, can you guys legally do that in the suburbs of Florida?
It's not
Yes.
a protected species.
No, we can absolutely. I have a friend of mine who lives in a subdivision a little bit larger than the one I live in, and he has a thing for squirrels. So he likes to eliminate them one at a time, and then he has a little creek in his backyard he calls Amoeba Creek, and yeah, he dumps them in there, and like an hour later, they're all gone. It's like they disappeared.
Right.
But I'm not going to go sit in my shed and wait for one to give me an opportunity to give him a dosage of lead poisoning. So I just set my traps up and let them just sit there until they're filled. Where did I go the last time?
Are these the rats?
Yeah, I got freaking every 7-8 months I'll get a couple rats that. So the way it was explained to me is the rats at nighttime, they'll go down the fence lines and all the fence lines connect. So they just travel until they find somewhere to rest for the night or whatever, and then they make your crap a home. So every 7-8 months I'll get a couple that are in my shed. I was trying to capture the squirrels in a live trap, and then on the way to work, I was going to dump them off in the set of woods that are by my work. And the traps kept getting set off, but I didn't have anything in the traps. So then I set a mouse trap underneath the live trap. And I got 2 rats out of that. And then after that, I was like, okay, well, there's only a pair normally. And the next day, the live trap was set off again, but there was nothing in it, which means that the rodents are small enough to get it out of the trap. So come here, mosquito. Good Lord. So I went into my shed to get some tools for the tile job, and I heard one moving around in there. So now I'm on this whole mission thing of getting rid of them, because I can't just I hate them. Like, I hate them with a passion. So it's all hands on deck when it comes to getting rid of rodents. What, Will?
What are they after?
Not there's no food in there. They're just looking for shelter. And then I have my garden. so my garden, I don't know if they're actually eating any of the peppers because I have jalapenos. I have Toronto peppers, and then I have Anaheims. The Anaheims are probably the only thing I would assume that they would be willing to eat because they're not hot at all. But they're not eating any of those. I've been picking those things like crazy, and none of them have been chewed on. So I think they're just looking for a place to stay. And since I don't really get along too well, oh, he's not here. I was going to say something about homeless people, but never mind. Mark ain't here. But they're rodents, dude. They carry disease and everything else. So I got no. But I will tell you, the last time I don't know where I went. I went to a fly-in or something, and I forgot to disengage the traps. And when I came home, there was one that had been in the traps for some time, and I was like, all right, no big deal. I'll just pick up the trap and dump the carcass in the trash can. Well, I did not realize that all the bodily fluids had went underneath the trap. So when I reached my hand under the trap, yeah, that I tell you about bodily fluids and myself, yeah, that went over very badly. Krista should have had a video of that because that was hilarious to her, I'm sure. Me, I might as well just been like, I was devastated. There was stuff all over my hands. I had poured straight bleach, threw some chemicals together, nothing caught fire, so it was good, but I'm sure everything on my hands died.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Dude, I've washed my hands so many times that night. And the next day I got up and washed them again. And Chris is like, you got everything. I'm like, dude, this is just, I don't want nothing, no part of it. I want no part of it.
Right. Hey, I'm going to throw the code and ID into the chat. I'm gonna stop the live stream, and that way there's a lot of people. Like DP wants to come in here and yap with us. DP better. And then Angela and Tony and Linda and everybody else, Luis and all you guys. So I'm gonna throw it in there. But I'm going to end this live chat or live stream, and then we could just hang out for a little bit. So
sounds good to me.
Shane, where can people find you if they actually wanted to listen to us on a different platform or whatever?
I'm in Florida. Oh, wait, you mean on social media? My bad. I'm on TikTok at ppgshane.com. I am having trouble with this cold air. I'm on YouTube as Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, and Instagram, Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. And that's it. So that's how you can find me. And Tuesday nights, once a month, first Tuesday of every month, on my show on my channel on YouTube at Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane.
Well, that's awesome. Will, I see you're just logging back on.
Yep.
Where can people find you?
You can find me Will Fly on YouTube or willflyppg.com.
Awesome.
Or Dairy Queen.
Yeah, or Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Thanks for keeping me awake on the long drive home.
Exactly. And you can find me, ppglear.com on YouTube, and the second, third, and fourth Tuesday of the month until the bathroom gets remodeled. And then you'll be able to find it all back on Shane's site, unless he wants me to continue doing this.
Yes.
And as again, happy birthday, Mr. Skandrick. And you guys all have a good week. We'll see you tomorrow. Watch tomorrow night, Jade with Girls Just Want to Fly, and enjoy your night. Take care.
Good night, everybody.